Hi, my name is Lindy Jung. I'm a speculative fiction writer and an authortuber, or YouTuber, I guess. I make videos about writing, books, travel, and whatever else I feel like talking about. And today I just wanted to, sort of share with you guys some of my favorite, specifically BIPOC authortubers. Just a little bit of a caveat here. I did not make this list to exclude anyone. I think, I watch a wide range of people and I think they're all great, but I did want to make a list that specifically highlights some BIPOC creators in this section of the internet because authortube is a not super diverse place, relatively speaking, and it does tend to skew a little bit more white, a lot more white, if you hadn't noticed. So I'm not going to go any more into my thoughts on that. I'm just going to share with you guys some channels that I think you should check out, especially if you like this channel or authortube in general. So let's go over the list. The first channel I want to feature here is Kelly Tai, who is truly one of the nicest people I've ever interacted with. She's definitely the first person I struck up a friendship with through authortube, so I obviously feel very much that people should watch her channel. Kelly writes speculative fiction. She's currently an editor for Augur, and so she knows her shit. She's based in Canada. I feel like a lot of y'all are based in Canada. I don't know what that's about. For the record, I'm a red-blooded American. Yeehaw. I'm losing my mind a little. Anyway, Kelly, if you've watched her, you've probably seen some of her vlogs. She's super relatable and open in her vlogs in a way that I personally have never been able to be. You can tell that she's being really honest and you're following the ups and downs of her writing journey. Right now, she's working on a young adult fantasy that sounds really cool called Mia, so if you want to keep up with her journey, it's not too late, jump in, start watching her videos. Yeah, basically if you're into writing vlogs, especially that are sort of slice of life feeling, Kelly's definitely the one to check out. Next is Chris MF, another authortube angel, someone that I've done a couple collabs with actually, and whose content I'm always super excited to see pop up in my notifications. Although my notifications don't work. I don't know if anyone else's are just straight up fucking broken. Chris's content is super clean, it has such a clean aesthetic and it's so visually pleasing. The graphic design popped out, She also has a really soothing voice. Something about it just comforts me. More specifically than that, I just love the way that she explains and discusses her writing process. She is definitely someone where you can tell she's not just regurgitating, old cliche writing advice. She is genuinely speaking from experience and trying to relay that to you guys. And it has been really helpful and insightful, and I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like she's so wise somehow, and wise in a really valuable way, and I can't believe she's deigning to dispense that wisdom upon the rest of us. Chris does a combination of writing vlogs and not writing advice, but sort of really interesting, unique discussions on writing topics. For example, one of the videos from her that I like the most is one where she discusses the impact that various favorite books have had on her writing. So definitely check her channel out if you have not heard of her already. Next up is Sincerely V. I don't know why I'm announcing these they're books in a book list. I've only started watching V in the past year or so. She does these again, super relatable and fun and charming writing vlogs that just track her process as she's writing books. The thing I really like about her channel and what keeps me coming back is her energy. It's super upbeat and motivating. I feel like she actually enjoys writing and hasn't been beaten down quite as much as the rest of us. Personally, that's an attitude that I need more of in my life, so I've been watching a lot of V. She does a combination of book content and writing / life content, which I really like. I feel like it's a very good balance there. The next channel is Rachel Writes, who I feel like most people have probably stumbled upon at least one of her videos in the past. Rachel has written a scary number of books, poems, and stories for her age. I have no idea where she gets the motivation from, but good freaking job, because she clearly has a ton of experience, and you can tell in the way that she talks about writing. I could honestly listen to Rachel talk for a really long time. If she had one of those 3-hour podcasts that came out weekly, I'd probably listen to it while driving or something. There's just a really good flow in the way she talks, and her train of thought is always very clear and easy to follow along. And she talks about her stories a lot, the content of them, so you can feel like you're on this journey with her in a really concrete way. I also read one of her short stories a couple months ago, sometime last year, I think, when it got put up for free for a day or something. And I remember just my jaw dropping. The prose was so liquid and descriptive and just really well done. So I read that and was yes, I will listen to what Rachel has to say about writing, because I'm pretty sure Rachel knows what she's doing. Rachel's channel is a combination of writing advice and miscellaneous writing things, including some vlogs. So if you're into that, it's a very writing heavy channel and she uploads super consistently as well. The next channel on this list is Lizelle Samberry. Lizelle is so cool. No, I'm not gonna freak out, but she is a traditionally published author who still somehow finds the time to consistently make authortube content. And because she's traditionally published and has had multiple books, you know, pick up deals, I think her Blood Like Magic duology just finished last year, like the second one came out last year. She has a ton of insight into the machinations of traditional publishing. And she freaking shows us, like she tells us, not every, you know, tawdry detail, but she tells us so much. And I was watching Lizelle like way back before I started my own channel, back when I was like first on submission or querying or somewhere in that process, which was years ago at this point. And I just remember there were like 2 channels that talked about traditional publishing consistently, and it was Alexa Dunn and Lizelle. She got me through some tough times. Obviously, any sort of insight into traditional publishing is going to be super valuable if you're interested in that route, which not everyone is, understandable. But she also does really like long, juicy writing blogs as well, so I encourage you guys to check out her channel. Okay, the next like 3 or so are ones that I had recommended to me through Twitter, so I don't really know as much about these channels or these people, but I have been watching and I feel like they're definitely valuable to mention here. The first one is Jessica Labarre. She is French. Yeah, this was one I found through a recommendation on Twitter, and I'm kind of shocked that she's not bigger. She does a combination of writing and daily life vlogs, and her videos are super nice to look at as well. Everything is super well edited, aesthetic, and her mechanical keyboard just sounds really nice. I'm one of those people who likes background noise when I'm doing stuff. I would listen to Jessica type on her mechanical keyboard. The next one is a larger channel, and it is The Story Ain't Over. Jenna Nee is primarily a booktuber, but during November, and I think outside of the NaNoWriMo season, she does writing vlogs, and I just really enjoyed her vlogs. Like, they were super fun. You can tell she's experienced with making videos, obviously. I really like watching people do writing vlogs that are very joyous but also honest, like not over romanticizing the process, but also finding a lot of happiness in writing and talking about writing with people or on camera. And that is definitely the vibe that I get from these vlogs, so, you know, just to check that out. The next channel I wanted to mention is Sid the Dreamer, another new find for me. Again, I've only watched a few of her videos so far, but her writing vlogs are super laid back, chill, and she had one that I watched that was really cool where she went to like the Scottish Highlands for vacation and wrote there, and it was a writing vlog set in the Highlands, which obviously is totally up my alley. I love the combination of travel and writing. Yeah, definitely one that I'm going to keep an eye on. So that is my list. There's only 8 on here so far, but of course, if you have any other specifically BIPOC authortubers that you love that I didn't mention here, please list them below so other people and myself can check them out. If you are also a BIPOC authortuber, and especially if you're just starting out, feel free to promote yourself in the comments. I would love to connect or just like find more channels to watch and support y'all. And yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll actually keep an updated list in the description box of this video so that they're all sort of in one place. So feel free to suggest away. I think that's all I have to say. So thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys next time.